we do a some of this and a some of that. I'm Heather, and I was asked by a friend to put together this video today, and it is going to be all about cloth diapers. Now, I apologize, I am coming down with a little bit of a cold, so if I look a little bit like Rudolph and sound a little funny, that's why. Just for demonstration purposes today, we have baby. Hopefully your baby's not this hairy. And we're going to talk first about the different kinds of cloth diapers. Now, the easiest that I have found are just these ones. I got these off of Amazon, and they have a little insert in here that goes in, and then you can pull it out when washing. So I have one deconstructed here. So these are the inserts, and then this is what it looks like, just the shell. And again, on the end here is the pocket, and you just take it and stuff it in, making sure that it gets all nice and flat. And then you have your cloth diaper, and these work with just a simple snap. The other reason why I really like these is because I can start these as a newborn, and they go all the way up to when they're toddlers, when they're finished potty training, just by sizing them, which when I have the camera closer, I'll show you how you can size this. Right now, this is at the biggest that it comes, so this is more of like toddler size. Zach's in 18-month clothing right now, so this is what we do for him. And again, there's different snaps on the side, so he's still a little bit more about like that, but definitely needs the full length. The other thing with these, is I have one apart here, is they have like a charcoal bamboo insert. These ones I really like because I feel like they absorb more, but of course they cost more. So just another option, and again, you can get extra of these, or you can get extra of the regular ones. Usually they come with it. I think I've only ever seen maybe once where the inserts were not included with the shell. Why that was, I don't know. But you can get all different kinds of colors. Like I said, I got turtles, sea turtles here, or turtles. There's chickens here. There's all different kinds. These ones have the, oh, I thought these were anchors. I'm not really sure what that is, but all different kinds of designs. They make them for girls, boys, unisex, whatever. They make all different kinds of fancy ones, and these are relatively not that expensive. Usually I can find a bundle of them for like, I don't know, 35 bucks or whatever on Amazon, and a package of, I don't know, maybe 6 or more. And you're reusing these. So again, the initial purchase is kind of high and outrageous, but after you get them, you're not paying for diapers every month. You're just paying to wash it, and your time to wash it. And if you have a well, I mean, the water's free, so just the electric of your washer, I guess, or if you're off grid, I mean, really nothing, just the initial cost of the cloth diaper itself. And these do last a long time. I had them for my daughter, and I did buy extra when I had my son, only because at that time she was still in cloth diapers, so I knew I was going to need more. But he's using hers, and I mean, they're clean, they're washed, they're sterile, so he's using some of hers, and they hold out just fine. The other one I ordered these by accident. I didn't really know what I was ordering. And again, they looked like I was, ordering one of these, but it's not. When I got it, I was like, oh, this is different. So the you still have an insert, but it snaps. So you have to find the little snap on the inside, and then just that little lip goes over each end, and then, you know, baby sits in the diaper and the insert is right here. Now these work for now. However, I'm kind of wondering how they're going to work when he's older. These were ones that I ordered after Zofia, so I have not experienced that yet. I mean, he is on solid food now. We do baby-led weaning and everything, and so far it's not an issue, but we'll see. He just turned 8 months, like, yesterday, so we'll see when he gets a little bit bigger and has a little bit more output, if these still hold up. So this was given to me, and then I purchased another one, and again it has like an insert here, but the difference with these is you buy disposable inserts. They're called G diapers, and I bought one case, and I won't buy any more because I don't really like the disposable part of it. But I was curiosity, and curiosity got the better of me. So I will use these up, and then that's that. My original thinking was just to take one of these, like one of these inserts, and sticking it in here and using it kind of like how they have this. But like I said, curiosity got the better of me, and I did end up buying the disposables, which for Zofia, again, when she got bigger and had a little bit more output, not gonna lie, they were kind of nice for the poo cleanup, which we'll get to that. So these, you just stuff the inserts in here. I do think these are smaller. That's another thing with these, is they're not one size all the way up. These are kind of, the shell that I bought is a little bit small. In fact, good thing I'm almost out of these, because, and I don't think I have another bag. I don't know, I got a case of them that came in a box. So, good thing these are almost gone. But that's all you do, is you stick that in there, and then instead of a snap, use Velcro, and they're a little hard to Velcro too, so when you have a squirming baby, I don't know, not my favorite, but I got them to try, and whatever, a couple of them, they last. And lastly, there's a couple different versions of these. I like the pre-folds. These are more what you would think of a cloth diaper to be, is these things that you have to like fold all fancy, and you know, then use one of these little pins and stab yourself in the thumb, and you know, that's what they used to do in the old-fashioned days. So no, it's a little bit easier now. Again, these are the pre-folds. I don't have any of the flats. The flats don't have this thicker part in the middle. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the middle here is thicker than these actual flaps. And what you would do is, there's a couple different ways to fold these, and again, when I have the camera over me, I will show you how to do a couple of the different folds that I know how to do. And then once that on, again, you still need a shell, and the shells are just like these, they snap. And again, the nice thing about these two is, again, they're adjustable. Actually, here's one that he didn't use, and that's how you would open it to make it full size. I don't currently use these at the moment because he's in that death roll stage when you try to change him. You know, God forbid he has a clean butt. So these just work a lot better when you're trying to work with the death rolls and everything like that, and you know, he just wants to move and move. The other thing is I do have these because a friend gave them to me. However, I have not used them. I don't think I will use them because I know me. I would stab myself in the thumb too many times. The new things they have are these little Snappies, and they come in two different sizes. Obviously, the smaller ones are for your wee little newborns, and then the bigger ones as they grow up and become more like toddlers. And these have these little claws. Now, not gonna lie, I still have gotten myself with these little claws, and they are sharp. But it's a lot easier just to take it and snap the three different things, which I'll show you up close. And then to, you know, try to do this. If you're new to cloth diapering, I don't suggest a pre-fold, but I mean, you can always, you know, you get what you get sometimes, and you can try it out. I definitely, for newbies, would suggest these kind that snap. The other cool thing that they came out with, again, when your baby starts, you know, eating solids and stuff, and then they start outputting more, and it starts, you know, smelling like poo. You know, it can, you know, not be so fun trying to, you know, clean that all off too. So they do, again, if you don't mind, a little disposable. They make these little bamboo sheets that come in the perforated little sheets, and you just pull this off and stick it in here. So again, your pee and everything is still going to soak through, and then the solids stay on the sheet. So all you have to do is lift it up, and then this goes in the trash, and you would pull the insert out and your shell, and then that's what would go in the wash. So that brings me to the cleaning part. Once you have shell and insert, these go in the wash, and what I like to do is to do all of the cloth diapers, just run it through a quick wash, no soap, nothing, just a pre-rinse cycle, just to flush out the rest. And then I'll throw, you know, clothes in or whatever, and do a normal wash with soap and everything like that. Now, again, when the babies are newborn and they only have that like mustardy poo, you don't need to do anything. Just pull the insert out, toss it in the wash, and you're good to go. When they start solids and they have more solid that comes out, you don't want to put that in your wash. So what you want to do is you want to take that off first, and there's a couple different ways that you can do it. Again, I already showed you the one way is by getting these little bamboo sheets and putting it in there, and then just picking this up, and then this goes in the trash. Another way to do it is they have a sprayer that hooks up to your toilet, and you can spray it. They also have in the toilet, they also have like a plastic covering. I'll show it here. You can get that. I have one of those. I found it to not be so helpful. It's much easier just to dip this in the toilet bowl, you know, hold it down low enough, and just spray all that poo and everything off into the toilet. And then this goes right in your wash. The only downfall to that is, you know, I shake it out as much as I can, but I still get little toilet water drippings on my floor into the wash machine, which is not so cool. So what I do now, too, depending on what type of solids it has, I will take if you're using reusable wipes, that or disposable wipes, whatever you're using, and I'll just take that, and that goes in the trash, and the rest of cloth stuff goes in the wash machine. Now, especially like Zach is trying out new different foods, and you know, their little digestive systems are still learning how to work properly, so sometimes they're looser, and then that's when I still use the sprayer. But other than that, I don't have any problems with that. I know I've had the comment before of, oh, you must like playing with their poo. Well, no, not really. I don't know who would. You know, it is an extra step rather than, you know, disposable diapers, but at least these aren't going in the landfill. And like I said, I've reused these from child to child, so so far they're not in the garbage. Now, you will need to strip them every once in a while. I found these directions helpful. And I do use this stuff. And I only do it every once in a blue moon, nothing too crazy. It doesn't need to be done all the time. It's just a little extra to help get all the ammonia and all the OCAs out every once in a while. So again, you don't need to do it all the time, just every once in a while. Other than that, like I said, you can look up too, people do, you know, different ways of washing their cloth diapers too, especially maybe if they're off-grid. I think there might be another different way of doing that, but this is what I do, and it works for us. So, alright, so let me show you how to put these on. So we're going to start with the easiest one first, the one I definitely recommend, especially if you're new to cloth diapering. Alright, so we have Baby. Baby just got his bottom wiped, and I'm doing this one hand, so obviously you'll probably be a little bit more gentle. Put Baby the diapering. This closes. Their little legs go under there. And then these snaps. So these ones actually have the 2 snaps. So these bottom one here will snap to one of these. And then there's 2 up top here too, which would go on here. Again, it's easier when you have 2 hands. And then you would do the same thing on the other side. For time purposes, I'm not going to do it. But then, you know, Baby's in here. Now, obviously, this would be too big for this size of a baby, so we would need to size this out differently. So if you have a smaller baby, alright, so if you have a smaller baby, we're just gonna do the smallest that it'll go, but there is 2 different sizes here. So we're going to take the furthest one down, the snap, and we're going to bring it up to this top snap here. And we're going to do the same for all 3 of them. So again, there's here, here, and now this is shorter. A friend told me that you want to make sure that you stick your fingers up here and that this goes up straight. However, I have never found that that made much of a difference. So why, I don't know. The only thing I found is that my daughter was very petite and she didn't have chunky thighs, so when she started moving around and everything, she might be like bending down or whatever and her thighs would gap, and because she didn't you know, have the chunkiness there. Sometimes it would leak urine out. But I only had that problem for a short amount of time, and then she was fine. So we just went back and sized them a little, you know, smaller, and she was fine. So if you're having an issue like that, because I know not all babies are chunky like Zach. In fact, he's my only chunky baby. My other two were born tiny. So if you're having some kind of an issue, just go back and try to resize them. And so that's how you would make it smaller. And then again, it'd be the same way on the sides. You know, if your baby's bigger, maybe he needs snapped here, you know. And on some of them, this one has it. Some of these, if your baby's really, really tiny, they would snap over, and if you needed to, because they have the little holes here again, you can actually snap it onto each other. So I mean, as you can see, even if you have a little preemie, I mean, I don't think any babies are smaller than that on their waist, not even a preemie. They'll fit really tiny babies. The only thing is the smallest that you make these go, the more it bunches up. So they kind of have these big old diaper butts. So their bottom size might be a little bit bigger because these are definitely more bulkier than a disposable diaper. I don't have any here to compare, but so that would be the only other thing. I mean, there's positive and negatives to everything, but on this, I feel that the positives outweigh the negatives for using cloth diapers. So, okay, let's do the pre-fold. Okay, so here's where it can get a little bit more complicated. One of the couple different ways that I saw how to do this is this one being the simplest way. You just simply take it, fold it in the thirds, baby goes on here, and then obviously these are too big. They do make them in two sizes, but this would come up, and then again, because we're sizing it, this would fold down. This looks really funny because this teddy bear is way too small to have these big regular pre-folds on, but just so you get the point, what happens is these little sides come out and would fold on here. Let me do the other side. Sorry, I'm not really set up to be doing this one-handed. And then we take our Snappies, and you would just snap, and then you would have two hands, so this would be a lot easier. This comes over and snaps, and then this would come below this. You wouldn't have this much room because your baby would fill it, or you would have the next size down and it would snap like that. So that is the easiest way to fold them. Again, it looks really funny on this poor teddy bear because he is too tiny for this. But alright, so then the other way is kind of similar, I guess, and we fold it out like that. Baby would go in here, and then these go up over baby's legs, and they kind of do like this roll thing for the legs, and then again the same thing. These would come down and these would fold over and then he would snap it. So it's almost kind of the same way. I think the first way that I was shown was a lot easier, and I've kind of stuck to that. So once you have baby all in the pre-fold, you would need to put the covering on. I almost forgot about the covering. And it just literally goes over baby, and you would snap it. The one thing to make sure of, which I have always seemed to forget sometimes, is you see how some of that pre-fold sticks out over the shell. You want to make sure that this would get tucked in there. Otherwise you'll have leakage. So just make sure that those are tucked in. And otherwise, once the shell's on and everything, your baby is good to go. So again, the ones with the pre-fold and stuff are even an additional step. Again, why I like the other ones better, but again, if you want to go with this, it works. The other thing with these, another positive with these, is they seem to hold a lot more. So sometimes, like with my daughter, at night she likes to pee in ocean, and these would hold up better for at night, or if we needed to go into town for something or whatever, these would hold up until I could get to change her. So these will hold more. And by the way, Cloth Diapers, I read once that they were the best for your baby's bottom as far as not getting diaper rashes and things like that, except that you have to change them more often. So that's the one other downfall too, is your disposables will hold more, but you're more likely to get a diaper rash with a disposable than a cloth if you change them frequently. Alright, so that is my demonstration on cloth diapers. Thank you. I'll see y'all next time. Take care. Bye.